Hey, Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. This is the brother Yakanan from the GMS Houston camp, and this is a quick lesson going into current events. And these nations, these heathens around the world, they hate Esau Edom, and it's coming out, it's being revealed. And here I have a song, that they play. This is supposed to be a kid's song in China, but hey, I don't know for sure, but hey, going by the subtitles, what they're saying, what the subtitles are saying, hey, that's true. What they're saying about Esau Edom. And so, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and play it real quick.
Post a Chinese kid song on Chinese social media. Actually, I never heard about this song before because it's from 60 years ago. Let's hear it.
And so, hey, all that they said in the song, guess what? The scripture said it first. Matter of fact, I'll play it again. Just to, if it'll refresh. Give me a second here.
Post a Chinese kid song on Chinese social media. Actually, I never heard about this song before because it's from 60 years ago. Let's hear it.
Okay, so seeing it again, but let me see here. Let me read this first. This is Micah chapter 2 and verse 1 in the NLT, and it says, "Judgment against wealthy oppressors." And this man Esau Edom, hey, he wealth to himself. He's taking, hey, actually, his blessing being the sword and the earth, the fatness of the earth, meaning, hey, the oil, the best places to live, all the resources. He heaps all this stuff to himself, and he does that through his sword, through his brute strength, through deception. Judgment against wealthy oppressors says, "What sorrow awaits you who lie awake at night thinking up evil plans?" And it says, hey, what does the song say? It says they'll take him. If they can't get it, they'll take it by force. So they lie awake at night. They think up different schemes, different plans, how to take resources, lands, people, whatever they want. They're thinking up different schemes how to get it. You rise at dawn and hurry to carry them out, simply because you had the power to do so. So if you had the power. I was hoping I would find a quote from Stephen Miller, but it's here, Stephen Miller, and I put in "we had the power" because he quoted saying this. But let me see if I can actually. Oh, plenary authority. So it'll say it on there. But I was hoping I'd actually find the quick quote. But Stephen Miller, the White House Deputy Chief of Staff, recently asserted that the Trump administration had complete power and plenary authority. So let's look up what that means real quick. Plenary authority. It refers to complete, absolute, and unrestricted power granted to a person or entity over a specific subject matter, allowing action without further authorization. Ooh. Hey, that's shoot, I'll get that too. Just give me a second. Lord will I remember it. It signifies final decision-making ability, often used in legislative, Congress or administrative context. It is thought though it is still generally constrained by constitutional limitations. And you see, they're not going to the Constitution or Congress at all. You know, that stuff. You know, that's imaginary to them. They don't really. It's the same thing like the scriptures. You know, they say they follow it, they believe it, and all this kind of stuff. But the first chance to get to actually implement it, you know, to actually do something that they you know, supposedly has in there, and they throw it out the window. So, in multiple recent interviews and speeches, Miller has outlined a worldview governed by strength, force, and power, specifically highlighting the following applications of U.S. unmatched power. So, hey, even going into that, which I'm not going to touch on anymore, but all this is showing who this is in the last days. This is that fourth beast. This is Revelation 6:4. That red horse that was, you know, given power to take peace from the earth and was given a great sword. You know, this is them. This is who this is speaking of. So back to Micah chapter 2 and verse 2 in the NLT. When you want a piece of land, you find a way to seize it. When you want a piece of land, you find a way to seize it. When you want someone's house, you take it by fraud and violence. You cheat a man of his property, stealing his family's inheritance. And that's what the subtitles in that song were saying? Yes. Even though, hey, I don't understand Chinese, Mandarin, whatever language they speaking, I still can read. I can read them subtitles. And that's still, whether or not what the song is saying, that them subtitles that came up there, that still rings true about Esau, Edom. And the scriptures told you about this man first. And then everybody else, that's their dealings with him. If that makes sense. So that's all I'm going to read for now. I'm going to get Obadiah real quick. And this has been real heavy. It's been coming out, you know, for a long time. But even more now, because he's being revealed. And guess what? The revelation of Esau, Edom is beautiful. Because you're being revealed for the devil that you are, the weak, frail man that you are, and how you're going to be brought down. So this is Obadiah verse chapter 1 and 1 in the NLT, and I might get it in the KJV. It says, this is the vision that the sovereign Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua, revealed to Obadiah concerning the land of Edom. We have heard a message. So, hey, here it says Edom's judgment announced. What did the last one say? Let's get that again. Judgment against wealthy oppressors. So this is Esau, Edom. The judgment is the same. Who is coming out on? It's referring to Esau, Edom. This is who this is. We have heard a message from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai that an ambassador was sent to the nations to say, get ready, everyone. Let's assemble our armies and attack Edom. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai says to Edom, I will cut you down to size among the nations. You will be greatly despised. So let me get that in the KJV. Right there. Obadiah 1 and 2 in the KJV says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. So you are hated. You are hated amongst all the nations. You know, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Are you saying, who? I got absolute power. Who's going to mess with me? Can't nobody mess with us. Look at all the weapons and technology we got. What you being made a fool of. You know, they're mocking you. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So you're getting ready to be humbled. If these came to thee, they said all this in the song. They say all this in that little short song. They're saying everything that the scripture said. But guess what? She said that song was written 60 years ago. Came out 60 years ago. What is this, 2020? So 2026. So what, around this 1966? And that's very heavy because here in Babylon the Great, this is when Abba Bibbins was on the scene. So it came out around the same time that the prophet, the herald in Yahushai, was on the scene, and now we're seeing the Esau Edom's downfall. So this is beautiful. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? So if thieves broke into your house, they're not going to take everything. They can't. They can only take what they can carry on them. But you take everything and then some. And the same thing they said in the song. He would take the whole earth home if he could. So this is you, Esau. This is you. You bit on the since you like that sports shit so much, and the Jumbotron where they show the people on the Jumbotrons in the crowd. This is a big ass Jumbotron. The camera's on you, Esau Edom. Look, it's you, Esau Cam. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? So would they not leave some so everybody's not poor and destitute? Wouldn't they leave some so poor could get by? But no, Esau Edom, he doesn't let anybody get by. He gets fat and you lose everything. You fight for his country, you either come back dead, you either come back in a casket with missing limbs, crazy, bugged out, have to live on the street, hooked on his drugs. You come back destitute, come back broken. I see veterans every day. I see how terrible the conditions. Seeing the concoctions, the whole the drug cocktails that they give to veterans. Just doing experiments on them, just doing stuff to them. But continuing on, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Because before this internet, you really ain't hear nothing about Esau Edom. If you were here in Babylon the Great, if you went to school, the schools I went to, read the textbooks and all that kind of stuff, they propped up Esau big and heavy. He couldn't do no wrong. He never did no wrong. But meanwhile, you right there in front of his face, this motherfucker calling you a nigger, kicking you out of school, doing all kinds of wickedness to you. But in his textbooks, they don't say anything about him. They don't say anything bad, how he stole this land, how he broke every treaty, how he lynched, cannibalized the Israelites. He don't tell you all that. Tell you that your melanated skin is a curse. But now that the internet has come out, all his wicked deeds are out here on the table. And he's trying to save face. He's trying to hide it. But it can't be hidden. It's shameful spewing. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee, and have prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. So all your wise men, you're the base man. That's what all it is. Those that you were friends with, guess what? They setting you up. They setting you up for the okie doke. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Matter of fact, I did have that for the Stephen Miller because he said that. Hey, we got plenary power. Plenary power. We can do whatever we want to do. Here, Western Hemisphere, all around the world, we got the power. So Psalm 64 and verse 8, so shall they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. So their own tongues falling upon themselves. Them self-snitching, whistleblowers that come out. All this. This is beautiful times that we're in because, once again, we're seeing Esau's downfall. And the prophets are here to tell you about it. We're seeing it real time and we're rejoicing. Because after this, guess what? It's the kingdom of heaven. No more tears for the Israelites. Shoot, no more tears for the earth. This is Habakkuk 2 and verse 5. Just going back into that where it started. This is Habakkuk 2 and verse 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Oh, it's flat. Yea, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell. So he's a proud man. Is that not in the American songs? I'm proud to be an American. You know, all that? Ain't that all in the songs? If you're the proud, was it the Marines? All that kind of stuff. Exalting yourself as the eagle, having a proud look like the eagle. He neither keepeth at home. What's he doing over there in Iran? What's he doing over there in Venezuela? What's he doing over there in Greenland? What's he doing anywhere besides Petra? Who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as deaf and cannot be satisfied. So he's greedy. He is as deaf. Wherever he goes, he's the border of wickedness. This man is as deaf. He cannot be satisfied. He gets everything and he wants some more. So you're in control of all the shipping lanes. You're in control of the world, the air travel, everything. But that's not good enough. And ultimately, hey, he wants to put a RFID chip in your body. You know, he wants to put the charagma in you, so he can say that he's a god. He's ruling forever. So he can try to keep his rulership, but everything that he's doing is further progressing his downfall. And cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. Is that not how America is? Go and destabilize a country, ruin their economy, show them pictures of, commercials and people drinking a Coke and smiling and living the American dream. So they come over here and get trapped in this bullshit. Now you're stuck over here. Now your family's broken up. Your girl, your daughter wants to be a whore. Your wife wants to be a whore. She wants to go marry 5, 6, 7 different men. Your son wants to either play video games all day or become a fucking woman. Wants to do fucking nonsense. So this is him. This is Esau Edom to a T. Shall not all these take up parables against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his, how long, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. And this is beautiful too, because the song is saying that. They're taking up a taunting proverb, a parable. They're telling you about Esau Edom. The same way that the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you became parables and proverbs. You became a byword. Guess what? This is happening. These curses that are in Deuteronomy 28 are going on our enemy, our main enemy, Esau Edom. And the rest of them, hey, these curses are also going to other enemies. The rest of you nations. Moab ain't getting off easy because they made a song about Esau Edom and how greedy he is. No, fuck no. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be booties unto them? Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. So, hey, this is beautiful because all the nations, hey, they're rising up. They're rising up. They're putting out taunts and proverbs. They're seeing you. And eventually, you know what? I got this one. Shoot arrows. I think it's Jeremiah. I always mix it up. Yeah. Jeremiah 50 and verse 14. Let me start. Jeremiah 50 and verse 12, your mother shall be sore confounded. This is referring to Babylon the Great. This is America, but the mother is referring to as Britain because America came out of Britain. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Because of the wrath of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, it shall not be inhabited. It shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all their plagues. Why? Because of the nuclear destruction that's coming. The thermonuclear destruction. This is what that's coming is going to wipe this place off the earth, coast to coast. And all the nations, they're going to see it. And they're going to be astonished at how this could happen. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend a bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand. Her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Take vengeance upon her, as she hath done, do unto her. So now, just because it says Babylon, this isn't referring to ancient Babylon. You know, that's ancient. That's modern day Iraq. They're still around, and nowhere in the scriptures was Babylon ever taken down by arrows and burning it down. This is referring to modern Babylon. Because let me get this here. This is, again, I'm going to close out Isaiah 34. Isaiah 34, and I'll start at verse 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all the things that come forth of it. For the indignation of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. This is speaking of World War III, the destruction that's happening. It's going to happen. It's just ramping up now. It's just in the early phases. Their slain shall also be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood, which this is going to take place in the valley of Yehoshaphat in the Middle East, where Iran, in other words. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as a leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. This is describing the mushroom clouds from the ICBMs. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. So again, this is judgment coming down upon Idumea. This is their dwelling place. It's not gonna, a nuclear missile ain't gonna fall on on Basra. No, it's gonna fall on their mainland. Here, Babylon the Great, America. And the sword is describing the ICBM, describing the trajectory, the arcing formation that it takes when it goes up into the heavens, into the atmosphere, then it comes back down upon its target. I'm going to jump down to verse 8. For it is the day of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion, for everything that you did to Israel. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, everything. This is vengeance. You touched the apple of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai's eye. You thought Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai was with you in all these things. But no, you were just a whooping stick. You thought you were somebody, but really nobody. And the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. It shall not be quenched night nor day, the smoke thereof shall go up forever. From generation to generation it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever. So describing how this land is going to turn into a wasteland. Burning pitch. Nothing here. The fire burning. Smoke going up from generations. But the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it. The owl also and the raven shall dwell in it. And he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion and the stones of emptiness. So this place, you're not going to be able to recognize anything. You know, you're not going to see the torch from the Statue of Liberty sticking out. You're not going to see the Bass Pro Shop pyramid. You're not going to see what the fucking Hollywood sign. You know, the fucking the sphere in Las Vegas. You're not going to see the Space Needle in Seattle. You know, you ain't going to see Mount Rushmore. All this is going to be destroyed. Done. Over. And you're not going to be able to recognize, oh, you know, that used to be my house right there. You're like, shit, what does it even matter? I'm glad. The best thing about this place when you're going to see it passing by, you know, for you Israelites, is that this is the memorial. This is the pile of rubble that's left. So, hey, Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of your life. Hey, Shalom.